The city bustled around him, a cacophony of celebration, but John felt utterly alone. It was New Year's Eve, a time for togetherness, yet he sat in his dimly lit apartment nursing a glass of whiskey. Each sip tasted bittersweet, a reminder of years gone by. He stared out the window, watching the fireworks paint the night sky. A single tear rolled down his cheek, a silent testament to his inner turmoil. John had always been stubborn, holding on to grudges like precious possessions. A bitter argument with his brother years ago had driven a wedge between them. He had convinced himself he was right, that he didn't need forgiveness, but tonight, loneliness was a harsh companion. The city's revelry only amplified the silence in his apartment, a stark reminder of his self-imposed isolation. As the night deepened, a wave of weariness washed over him. The weight of his regrets and loneliness felt unbearable. He longed for a different life, one filled with the warmth of family and the comfort of forgiveness. But was it too late? The thought gnawed at him, a persistent echo in the silence of his apartment. The next morning, John woke with a throbbing headache and a heart heavy with the previous night's emotions. He shuffled to the kitchen, his movements slow and heavy. As he reached for the coffee, a small, pale blue envelope caught his eye. It lay almost hidden beneath a pile of unopened mail, its delicate script a stark contrast to the impersonal bills and junk mail. He picked it up, his fingers tracing the familiar handwriting. His brother's name, scrawled across the front, sent a jolt through him. The paper trembled in his hand, a physical manifestation of his own internal tremor. Memories, both bitter and sweet, flooded his mind, threatening to overwhelm him. With trembling fingers, John tore open the envelope. The words inside were simple, heartfelt. His brother wrote of family, of shared memories, and of a longing to mend their broken bond. He spoke of forgiveness, not as a gift to John, but as something they both deserved. The letter was a lifeline, a beacon of hope in John's self-imposed exile. His brother's words resonated deeply, shattering the wall of anger and resentment he had so carefully erected. He knew what he had to do. There was no time for hesitation, no room for pride. John packed a small bag, his movements driven by a newfound urgency. He booked a ticket on the next train home, his heart pounding in his chest. The journey was a blur of fleeting landscapes and introspective thoughts. Each mile covered was a mile closer to redemption, a chance to rewrite the